talk about our final game, the team that seemed like Wisconsin always has our number. Joseph, take it away.
Oh, Iowa. What is there to say about Iowa? Do we have another 3 hours to get all of the vitriol and hatred and, jealousy? Yeah, it'll be similar to today's game.
Right.
I saw a comment about 30 minutes ago. How can we score against Iowa? Well, I don't know how Iowa's going to score against us. I don't know what Iowa's doing today. I mean, certainly if we had played Iowa, in the opener instead of Northwestern, we could have, smashed them. Iowa was terrible. We just seem to have, all the stars in alignment that teams peak when they play us, and Iowa will have something to play for.
Yeah.
They're always physical. The defense looks relatively good. Offense is sort of like ours. If they can make it work and the O-line can, push, they'll have some success. And, Ferentz has outcoached Frost, for the last 4 years. Yeah, it'll be an ugly game. It'll be a good game. That's traditional football. Yeah. It's not SEC football. It's Big Ten football, and it's Big Ten football when it'll be pretty cold.
Right. Yeah, we need to move the Iowa game to the start of the year when they play horrible, because in the freezing cold at the end of the year, they always come back to beat us at the end. And we do play them well too, but it's like today, we lose these nail biters. It's just frustrating as heck, but it'll be good to have Casey back because our quarterback will be better than theirs. We'll hope that the D-line can, be healthy and be ready, because we will have to stop another run game. It's just, we can't let them have 230 yards rushing, but maybe it'll be turnovers and punting because our punter's doing good. So I think they've beat us the last 4 or 5 years, right, Jake? I know that half the guys that I work with are Iowa fans, and I lose. I've lost bets every time with them on it. So
does anybody know the last time? I do. Who knows the last time we did beat Iowa?
I'll say 5 years ago, because it seems like we've lost.
It's a year. Nobody knows what 5 years ago was.
Say it again. I don't know.
Year. Does anybody in the comments know the last year we beat Iowa? And it was in overtime, I believe.
Well, wasn't it? It was not Riley's last year. It was his.
It was Pelini's last year.
Pelini's last year with Tommy Armstrong then. Oof.
2014.
2014. And the same with Wisconsin, yeah? Isn't it 8 or 9 in a row now? So
yeah, 2012 was the last time we beat Wisconsin. Yep.
Yeah.
So
we're getting tired of it.
Year as coach was the last time we beat Iowa. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a similar game. I got to be honest. I'm not looking forward to it if it's going to be similar to these last 4 or 5 games, because it's just they just wear you out.
Is it at Nebraska?
It's at Iowa. Know the schedule. We just played at home. It's at Iowa.
Oh.
Which doesn't help us at all. But yeah, Iowa had, I think, probably the worst offense statistically in the nation beginning of the year. They always seem to improve. Ferentz is a hell of a coach. But, Joseph, I agree. If we can get some turnovers or a punt return for a touchdown or a block punt for a touchdown, that's what we need. It's the only way we're gonna beat a team like them at Kinnick Stadium. So you hope Casey's playing and healthy. You hope that everybody that played, this week is back and ready to go. But it'll be tough. It'll be tough. If we don't stop the run game, we have no shot.
Well, I'll be watching. I'll be watching and cheering. So we just got to keep supporting them, and hopefully Casey and Trey Palmer can connect a few more times, because we just need a few of those in that game, and we can win, Joseph. You know what I mean? They're not going to score. They don't have a Trey Palmer, and Casey is a better quarterback than their guy. So you know.
And I'm
hopefully-
not sure the today's scores, but Iowa may have something to play for. They still have a chance to win the West.
Yep.
Or if Illinois beat Michigan, then it's either Illinois or Minnesota. I'm not sure how all the math works out.
I was playing Minnesota right now, 0-0. You're right,
Yeah.
Joseph.
Did Illinois beat Michigan?
While you look that up, another shout out to Ryan and Mr.
No,
Mark
they
because
lost.
they got your trivia question right.
Who did?
Ryan and Mr. Mark.
Yes, Ryan. Good job. 24. I always say it too early. And then we got another question. When was the last time we beat Ohio State? I know it. It was one of the most historic games in Nebraska history. Do you too, Jeffrey, Joseph?
Was it 14?
Oh, man. You were at the game, Jeffrey Brown.
I know. Was it 2014? I'm just guessing.
We didn't play him in 2014.
Oh.
2011, Ryan Schroeder. It was the biggest comeback in Nebraska history. Good job, Josh Menard, if that's how you say it.
Did Illinois beat Michigan?
They did not. They lost 19-17.
Wow.
You know, you can you can Google search while you're on this, Jeffrey.
Well, I'm very, very old, so I'm a baby boomer. I don't know how to do that very well. So I'll count on you and Joseph and all the other callers. All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody. Joseph, do you have any final comments? Anything you want to add, brother?
I would just say, yeah, I mean, there'll be another season. And if we can keep some of the talent we've got, you know, if they can remain bought in, I think there are some glimmers of hope there. But it will take player development. I saw that comment several times. It's going to take strength and conditioning. It's going to take the right coaching staff that can call the right plays. A lot of things have to fall into place. But as you look at the West, and I know that the schedule format's going to change in the coming years, but there's no one that's significantly better than us in the West. You know, it's Ohio State and it's Michigan, and maybe you throw in Penn State, and then everybody else has a chance against any other team in the Big Ten. So you've got to think, you know, to close that gap doesn't take a whole lot of 5 stars. It just takes your 2 and 3 stars and maybe a 4-star and the right coaching and staying healthy. That, you know, what we're all hoping for, what we hope for this year was a winning season. So even if that's 7-5, everybody will breathe a sigh of relief next year and say, now we can put that behind us the last 10 years. And, you know, we're not dreaming of Orange Bowls and national championships just yet, but at least we're moving in the right direction. So I would say, you know, hats off to the squad this year and the heart that they put into it through injuries, through a changing coaching staff, so many uncertainties that they didn't quit. You know, talent wise, they've been as good or better than a lot of the teams, maybe outmanned in certain positions. And that's been part of the problem, but you know, there's still fight left in them. So let's hope that they can go out on a winning note next Friday. Next Friday.
Well said.
Yep.
He's more positive than us, Jake, but that's good.
That's good. We need that balance on this show.
No, it's all fair. And I think that, look, we're better than 3-8, way better. It's just, and we were way better than last year. So this is a 500 team all day long from a roster standpoint at a minimum. So I believe that. So let's get a coach in here before the December 7th recruiting, you know, right after Iowa, if not this weekend, and let's roll. So maybe you can keep Mickey and we'll go from there.